Hey guys, Weston Boucher here. Hope you're all doing well. So, by popular demand, here's an update on my current health, blood work, and my overall experience with TRT, aka hormone replacement therapy. I officially started TRT through my doctor, who's also a hormone specialist, in 2021 when I was 41. So that puts me in around 3 years almost on TRT now that I'm 44 years old. As I mentioned in my first TRT video on my channel, I was 100% natural prior to TRT and only opted to start once I exhausted all natural methods to get my testosterone to healthy levels. I am not a doctor, and therefore I am not personally advising you on what you should do. I'm simply sharing my personal experience. Every human's biology is unique, so it's not a one-size-fits-all approach, which is why I opted for the direction of a doctor and hormone specialist to make an educated and informed decision before I went this route. Again, make TRT an absolute last resort. Natural means over synthetic are always preferred, but eventually age will catch up and you have to decide for yourself if the trade-off of side effects is worth it for the positives for you or not. For me, it was and still is, and I'll explain why. So, it's literally taken years to get my blood work in a place that is now nothing short of optimal. Hopefully it won't take you as long, but this is why continued quarterly blood work review with a full hormone panel along with a liver kidney panel are crucial. In short, I feel amazing, better than ever physically and mentally. Yeah, I said mentally, as people don't realize how much your hormones regulate in the body. I have total mental clarity, focus, energy, libido, strength, quick workout, aka muscle recovery, muscle retention, endurance, and zero depression. I mention that because I used to have lingering depression most of my adult life and brain fog. That being said, this does not mean that I'm not still required to maintain the same healthy and active lifestyle that I did prior to TRT. I'm still in the gym every week, play beach volleyball 2 days a week, I do sauna or steam room 4 times a week, I eat a high protein whole food diet, I drink lots of water, I take creatine, I get ample sleep, and I try to keep my stress levels as low as possible all year long. Not easy. I prioritize my health way more than the average person, but again, TRT is simply to get your hormones at healthy, normal, optimal levels that would compare to someone, let's say, in their mid-20s or 30s. If you look at the shape I was in for decades prior to TRT, you'll see that nothing has changed aside from compensating for decreased age-related hormones level with TRT. You still have to put in the work, discipline, and consistency. It's not a magic pill or quick fix, and it's not without its downsides, which I'll get to later in this video. So make sure you watch until the end for super important info so you can weigh the risks that you're comfortable with. Okay, so on to the proof as to why I'm feeling so good. So as you can see from my blood work results, my testosterone and estrogen levels are coming in at 1090 for my total testosterone and 22.7 for my free testosterone, with estrogen coming in at 29 within a normal reference range. I won't get into it in this video, but if you read up on free testosterone, you'll see that it's a much more important number to monitor than total test. On to my current personal dosages and latest administering approach that has led to these great blood work numbers. Again, this is not a one-size-fits-all situation, guys, as I personally only require a microdose level of testosterone all week long. Some people may require more, but never equate to dosing more to equating to better results. It's not how it works with testosterone. You can end up with a major imbalance and super high estrogen if you're just approaching this recklessly. Don't go with one of these TRT one and done online companies and risk your health with something this involved or serious. Your hormones are no joke, so respect your body enough to get educated first and connect with a hormone specialist. Okay, so I draw from a multi-dose vial and self-inject 3 times per week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday using a U100 29 gauge 0.5 milliliter half-inch insulin syringe. My point of injection is in this specific area of my glutes, alternating sides each time. Yes, it does take longer to draw from the vial with a super small insulin needle, but it's worth doing for simplicity and also barely feeling the needle itself. I know you can still utilize a larger drawing syringe, but to me, it's just extra needles and I don't want to do that when I could still make it happen with an insulin-sized needle by itself. It's also less of a chance for scar tissue buildup using such a small needle. I've tried other areas of my body, honestly, and this works best for me. Derek from More Plates, More Dates turned me onto this needle size in one of his videos. The dosage I administer each time is 0.2 milliliters for a total of 0.6 milliliters for the week. So on the 0.5 milliliter capacity insulin syringe, that draws to the 20 line inch each time, which is 0.2 milliliters. I have found that this specific approach and frequency keeps me feeling very steady each week, meaning physically, mentally, and emotionally, versus when I used to try a once a week or bi-weekly approach. On to the downsides and side effects. Now, I know there are people out there who are purists and say, hey, just embrace aging and deal with it. To that I say, if you've exhausted all natural options and lifestyle changes, and then you actually experience TRT for yourself in comparison to having low testosterone, I'd like to see if you still feel just as strong about your opinion. The trade-offs are absolutely worth it for me personally. That being said, it's not without some downsides. For example, I have experienced some hair thinning on my hairline, so I did start taking the natural supplement Nutrafol for the past 3 months. But I'm still undecided as to whether or not it's working at a significant level yet. I can say that my hair does appear to be getting more growth and a thicker appearance, but it will take a couple more months for me to be sure before I recommend it, since it's on the pricier side. I'll report back once I have more conclusive results, guys. And no, I'm not taking finasteride for the hair thinning because it's just another synthetic to add on with its own set of side effects. As you can see though, after almost 3 years on TRT, I still have plenty of hair, but I am in a microdose, guys, so don't take my situation as a broad result for everyone. Okay, another side effect. While on TRT, I also am less fertile. However, my doctor has said that he has all types of patients who don't even have to go off TRT while looking to conceive successfully with their partners. But it could be required to come off TRT temporarily when you plan to start a family. I took initiative and had a sperm analysis done last November through an online company called Polo. As you can see, my overall analysis is really encouraging. However, some sperm motility was below normal, with 30% of sperm swimming. Motility is the sperm's ability to reach the egg for fertilization, so obviously TRT is most likely affecting this. But the good news is that according to Fellow, multiple studies show that a total motile count is regarded as the most important factor when conceiving. It's calculated by multiplying the volume of sperm count per milliliter by the motility percentage moving. With 99 million motile sperm in my sample, according to analysis, I have really great odds to be able to conceive with timed intercourse if my partner is fertile. I, of course, could opt to come off TRT when I look to start a family for the best odds possible. On to the next thing to consider of side effects. Your balls will physically shrink while on TRT due to an atrophied state, since they're not producing tests while injecting/supplementing. Not to worry though, they aren't shrunk permanently, so you can take a peptide called HCG to combat this, as well as becoming even more fertile while you're on it, which was originally created for pregnant women. But in my experience, it's super expensive and hard to come by as well. With HCG, I actually noticed side effects of gynecomastia and my estrogen levels increasing too much. So my doctor and I decided to come off it quite a while back. I'm now considering possibly trying an alternative peptide called gonadorelin acetate, which apparently works better for some guys on TRT with less chance of side effects. Although it's a synthetic, it is bioidentical to exactly the same as the natural neuropeptide produced by the hypothalamus, a part of the brain. In a normal and healthy young male, gonadorelin is always being produced, but is only released in a pulsatile manner from the hypothalamus about every 2 hours. Anyways, right now it's working for me to just have a microdose of testosterone, so I'm sticking with that for now. Okay, so hopefully that health update and extra info was helpful, guys. If you guys want to support my channel, the best way is to buy something from my luxury menswear line, Weston Bouchér. Go read all the 5-star reviews for yourself and see why I call it attainable luxury with a fit like no other. It's essentially really nice clothes for guys who work out and take care of themselves and want to elevate their style and sophistication. There's been tremendous growth with the brand over the last 4 years, so I want to thank you guys for all the support from the very beginning. Please use code YouTube15 as a token of my appreciation and get your wardrobe lined up for this fall and winter. Also, be sure to drop into my Amazon shop for all the exact products I use all year long for grooming, styles, supplements, and more. Hope this video was insightful for you guys. Be sure to leave a comment with your own experience. Share this video, like, and sub if you want to see more. Here's to creating the best version of you yet. Thank you guys, and God bless.